their successors would emerge here. The United States' best hope was 20-year-old Jill Watson and 23-year-old Burt Lancon. They had only been together 18 months prior to this amazing sixth-place Olympic performance. Now, Burt had been accustomed to another partner, and their early preparation on the ice had become at times nothing short of perilous.
Oh,
It was awful.
I was this overpowering brute force of human. It was just
He was used to about, 30 pounds?
30 pounds heavier than she was.
And somebody who was 5'6", I think she was. And I'm 5 foot, and it was quite a difference for him. He would throw me, and I would just...
She'd soar.
I'd
have to pull her off the rafters almost. And then I would lift her up in the air, and she'd fly out of my arms. And we barely could do lifts for 2 weeks because I would just throw her right out of my arms. And it wasn't that I was trying too hard. It was just after 5 years of skating with someone that much different physically, it was just incredible. And spinning, I would do spinning. I'd think, oh, this really feels good. And later on, she'd tell me that she didn't have her feet on the ice. I mean,
So poised for what could be a medal-winning performance, their short program here in Ottawa began with a flourish, but then disaster. The athletes and those of us watching were stunned. But then, in a most admirable show of courage, Watson and Lancon, obviously shaken and injured from that fall, got back on their feet to complete the remainder of the short program. The crowd applauded their courage, and the pair began to pick up the pieces. But Burt and Jill were weak from the fall, and the nightmare was now complete. And though they hung on to finish, the struggle would be in vain. The American pair would finish the short program in last place.
Well, I've got to tell you, just to finish that program took some fortitude. But let's examine what exactly happened. First of all, you must remember that this ice surface is a little bit narrow. And on the lift here, he lifts her perfectly at the beginning, but watch her left leg on the landing. This is where she encounters trouble. She doesn't stretch it back and pulls Burt with her, and the fall occurs. And then on this sequence of footwork, what happens is that she gets a little too close to Burt. Watch her left foot here, and he trips her as she makes the turn.
For required elements, les notes,
there it is.
les éléments requis.
Right there. What a shame.
For Jill Watson and Burt.
Now, on Wednesday, the practice session for the long program. In the fall, Burt had injured his back, Jill her knee. He could barely lift her off the ice. And the music to which they should have been rehearsing soon reflected the mood of a pair forced to withdraw from this competition.
Well, I was in a lot of pain, and this morning before we had tried to skate, we knew that there was a possibility that we would not be able to compete in the long program because of the pain we both were experiencing off the ice. But we wanted to go ahead and try to compete, and went ahead with our training this morning, but it was quite difficult.
What about the future now, Burt? You guys really exploded on the scene, did so well at the Olympics and last year's World Championships. You haven't been together that long. You've had to adjust to each other's difference in size. And now this. What does this do to you psychologically?
well, it's a big downer, but we just take a break and get ourselves healed and up and just, take it from there.
Well, you can be sure there will be another day for Watson and Lancon. Upcoming, Underhill.